the nearest ocean to that it is Pacific, so it will call Asia Pacific. So such a long distance. So whether it's Asia Pacific or Europe, Europe lies, you know Europe, right? Just name any two countries in Europe. Two countries in Europe. France, Germany. Just two countries. So here I am going for France, Germany. Here I am going for Japan, Korea. So all these lies will under. So it's not the satellite. It's not about the tower. Now comes the problems. What the problem? The communication will not be established. So the tower has to reach to the satellite. Then that satellite has to reach the nearest satellite. It's about only not to the. It's about only not to. It's not only restricted to the only to Europe and only to Europe and Asia Pacific. The entire world is can covered by just 3 satellites is sufficient. What is between PSLV and GSLV? I already teached you.
PSLV short distance.
PSLV and GSLV. What is first of all? What is expansion and what is the distance? Who is telling now? I teach you. That's why I teach you. PSLV and GSLV. What is the
PSLV lower region.
PSLV?
Lower region.
No. What is expansion? Polar satelliting vehicle. PSLV. GSLV is geometric satellite launching vehicle. This what again you are writing it. Okay, did I explain you or not?
Expansion.
Huh? PSLV and GSLV. Experimentally, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, PSLV and GSLV. Okay, PSLV polar satelliting vehicle and GSLV is geometric satelliting vehicle. Okay. Now, what is the distance between Earth's surface to the PSLV? See, which in chapter we covered this all this PSLV, GSLV.
Gravitation.
Gravitational. Now we are coming for we are doing now communication. So everything is interconnected now. Okay. What is the distance from the Earth's surface where PSLV will be placed, from Earth's surface where GSLV will be placed?
PSLV 1000 kilometers.
PSLV 1000 kilometer, GSLV
35,000.
35 to 50,000, more than 35,000 kilometers. Okay, if the satellite is placed around from the Earth's surface to the thing, and I already told you know what is IESS?
International space.
International Space Station. Where it is located?
Surface of Russia, above the surface of Russia.
It's everything is located above the Earth's surface. How many? What is
Surface
this?
of Russia, sir.
Huh?
Russia.
No, from the Earth, from the surface of Earth, from the surface of
10,000 kilometers, sir.
no,
10,000 kilometers.
no, it's not 10,000 kilometers. 10,000.
Yes, sir.
It will be more than that because satellite itself 50,000. It should be around 1 lakh kilometer. It should be around 1 lakh kilometer. It should be around 1 lakh kilometer. Around 1 lakh kilometer. From that you can visualize anything from the surface of Earth. From the surface of Earth means the Earth has lot of countries. In this specifically placed Russia. It's not about Russia. One day it may be located above the Russia, another day it may be located above the American continent, and another day it may be located around above the European continent. It's belongs to the entire world. It's not about for how many space stations I told?
One,
Space station. No, communication to the ISS to the Earth.
three,
Where it is?
three.
Japan?
No, sir, you didn't. How many satellites to
Not satellite.
space station?
Space. What is ISS?
America, Japan, Russia.
How many space? No. What is
Five.
5? Yeah, it's 5. That is, yeah, ISS is there. Okay, from ISS it will be communicated to the Earth. So they have to communicate. It should be within the. It should fall within this 5 ray. They may communicate at any day, any time. Okay, so within any day, any time, it will be falling into. They can contact this 5 people, 5 space station at 5 station at any day, any time. Okay. So what is the 5 station? Where it is located? 5 station.
America.
Hmm.
America, Japan, UK,
Wait, any one person. Okay. America, Japan, UK, Russia,
China, France,
Spain, I told you or not again? Five thing I told you. So this thing only through this 5 station only they will communicate. Any other why they communicated? Because they will have the you may get any then monitoring. What is that? What for its ISS is placed? ISS International Space. This where we seen this point and all ISS again in everything we have taken seen in gravitational. See again we are repeating it and for this communication. Okay. So this ISS this meant for the sun storm. You know about the storm etc. Cloud formation, weather, cloud formation, everything. Okay. You know about this cyclone formation in Earth. Okay. In Earth you know that cloud formation that is Chennai 2015. Okay. Chennai 2015 what is speciality? Chennai 2015 what is the speciality? Chennai 2050, you know that it's a well-known flood. Well-known flood, it has devastated, almost 2,000 people have died, etc., etc. This is a type of cyclone, okay? So type of cyclone. So this is the type of storm, etc. Okay, type of storm, etc. So there is a sun storm is there. So that may happen at any day, any time. That may affect Earth at any day, any time. So for that only ISS placed. Okay, this is the normal trend. Now we come for this chapter. So in this chapter, what it tells us? That I want to make ISD call. So ISD call means I need to have I need to have GSLV. So where the GSLV is placed approximately more than 35,000 kilometers. So if it is placed more than 35,000 kilometers, nearly 35,000 to 50,000 kilometers approximately. This one is this will be placed around 1,000 kilometers, 500 to not exactly 1,000 kilometers, 500 to 1,000 kilometers. Not exactly they will not place at 1,000 kilometers. Okay, 500 to 1,000. That means it could be placed. Sometimes it placed at 700, sometimes it's placed at 800, but sometimes it plays 900, something like that. But it will not cross 1,000 kilometers. So this is the normal trend. So now I want to communicate communication. I want to establish the communication. That is, I have to talk to my friend in the abroad. So what I have to take means, it will, from my tower, what it will go? It will reach the satellite. From the satellite, it will search the nearest satellite. There will be not one or two. It will be nearly five. Nearly 5 is sufficient. Just 5 is sufficient to rotate the entire world, to see the entire world. So communication, it sees the nearest satellite and it will communicate to the satellite. That satellite will reach the nearest tower of the person. So from the tower of the person, it will reach the concerned person. So concerned mobile. That's all. So this is the foremost thing. So that means the communication is varying from. So that means the communication is varying from how the mode of transformation. It could be from it could be within the city, means it raises the tower to tower. In here also between the tower to tower. Sometimes which within the country, something like that. Also sometimes satellite will help, because in which case the satellite will help means where there is no where there is no tower at all. Where there will not be tower?
Deserts.
Deserts. So who will use the satellite phone now? Desert. Who will be in not deserts?
In
Deserts.
Arctic.
Deserts, forest.
Arctic.
Arctica. Which Arctic?
Antarctica.
No, Antarctica. There is polar region. There is. Who's the popular person? They will use the satellite phone. You are using ordinary mobile. Okay, the mobile may be satellite phone. Okay, but within the land surface, it's not about for the foreign calls. They will use the satellite things. Okay, so who will the person can use the mobile that satellite phone in the who the person will use which location they will be located.
Someone explore the forest, they have the satellite.
Yeah. Explore in the forest.
Some new one explore.
Forest officer, they will have different communication. They will have the line communication. Though it's a forest, though they are in the forest. Okay, they will be located. Yeah, walkie-talkie. They will be. That's almost like a LAN setup only. Landline setup. Nowadays we don't have the landline, right? Landline. Everything was vanished as the time goes, okay? So everything was vanished. So till now nobody answered it, my question. Who the person it will be using it, specifically satellite communication. First you understand my question or not?
Yes, sir.
It's a Naxalite in Orissa. Naxalite in Orissa, okay, Bihar, full of Naxalite areas. They will not connected to the towers. Okay, they can't use the ordinary mobiles. Police will be tracking it. So they will have the specific their own communication between.
Terrorist.
No, terrorist is different. Terrorist is different. Naxalite. You are not aware of Naxalite. Naxalite, you don't know who's Naxalite.
No, sir.
Naxalite is different from terrorist. Terrorist, they are belongs to Kashmir part. Okay. Kashmir, entire Kashmir is terrorist. Okay. That is different. That is different. They still advance. Still advance. Even they used satellite also, it will be controlled by all military area. Okay. Even whatever the satellite, whatever they can't use, terrorists cannot use ordinary mobile. Terrorists cannot use satellite phones. Okay. Whatever they using it, immediately they will be tracked by the military of Kashmir. So that are they are the terrorists. The terrorist is different from Naxalite. Naxalite. They Naxalite. Orissa. Do you know at least Orissa? Where it is? Orissa, Bihar, Jharkhand. Okay. So all these areas are surrounded by the Naxalite areas. You can't go there. Okay. Even policemen also, ordinary people cannot go there. Even policemen themselves, they cannot go there. Next, they will kidnap and they will leave. They will kidnap a person and they will take away. Okay. Even policemen will fear to go there. Okay. These areas, not all the area. North of Orissa, south of Jharkhand, and Warangal. North of Andhra. So these three regions, okay? These three regions full of Naxalites. Ordinary people cannot walk there. So they specifically use satellite phone by which it will not be tracked by the police. If they use ordinary mobile, the police will track it. So what is specialty of the now satellite phone?
Anyone know track the phone, sir?
Huh?
யாருமே அந்த phone track பண்ண முடியாது. என்ன பேசுறாங்க something. Satellite phone யாராலும் track பண்ண முடியாது. எங்க இருக்காங்க, எந்த இடத்துல இருக்காங்க. இப்ப ஆர்டினரி மொபைல் யூஸ் பண்ணா track பண்றாங்க எங்க இருக்காங்க.
Satellite, one more advantage is there, satellite. I don't know you are aware of that. Okay? You are not aware of this. Satellite things, you can't pinpoint the location. Okay? Then you can't track the voice recording. In ordinary mobile you are talking, right? Ordinary mobile you are having, no. That ordinary mobile, if you call to your friends, you can call to your friends, okay? Then they will track your thing. But that is what you are speaking, which location you are, then to whom you are speaking, and where that person location. Both the location, we can switch off. The switch on means if the switch on means that's sufficient. It will give complete record what you spoken to your friend. That's all. So this is the ordinary mobile. In satellite mobile, this is a specialty. So it will be used only by the Naxalites. Okay. Still advance is there for the terrorist. Whatever whether it's ordinary mobile or satellite mobile, where the terrorists are now. Yeah, Kashmir. At least you know that also, no?
Kashmir, no, sir. That's not terrorist.
Entire Kashmir is full of terrorists only. Okay, so they can't use they can't use it normal phone. What then? How they communicating it? Satellite phone they can't use it. The satellite you can't track it. Okay, you can't track it. But whatever the communication, the satellite they are using it, everything will be destroyed by the military. Okay, so they can't. You need some device for using the satellite. That and all immediately used by the military. Okay, so what technology they will use? I don't think so. You will answer. Okay, what technology they use for communication? Simple email communication. That's all. Just only more question. They will not talk that much via mobile. So they are using simple mobile communication. No, not mobile communication, that email communication. So that's all. So that means how the technology varies. Okay, how the technology varies, how it is varies, how dependence it is varies. So that only we are seeing it. So any so any communication comes means any communication comes means any communication is coming. Okay. So in this communication, what will be any communication comes, whether it's from ordinary mobile to mobile or ordinary satellite mobile, etc. Anything comes means it will fall under the which electromagnetic spectrum? Which electromagnetic spectrum? See, again is coming. Which electromagnetic spectrum? Radio waves. So any waves should have so this any waves comes normally they're going to communicate, right? That's a very communication will there. So the radio frequency and it will come under normally in the radio frequency. So the radio what is it, the television communication of television? Huh? Not microwaves. What is television communication? Here, what is the specialty of WhatsApp? WhatsApp. What is specialty of WhatsApp?
Live speaks.
You can speak live. You can speak via live. Okay. So it has both now. It has you can speak and you can see. Okay. So but that will come under the so all the frequency. Yeah, of course everything will come under the radio frequency. Everything will come under the radio frequency. So something around. What is the wavelength of radio frequency? What is the wavelength?
10 power 9, it's 2.
Few hertz to 10 power 9.
What is the wavelength? What is the wavelength of all the spectrum? What is it in that? What is the wavelength of the radio wave? I gave no? I didn't give. I didn't give you. Well, all the spectrum. Totally electromagnetic spectrum is 7 wavelength, right? Radio, gamma, X-ray, visible, IR, UV, then micro. So how many it comes? 8, 7. What is the specific first one? Wavelength. Lambda. What is the wavelength? Wavelength is a wave that is taken is completed. Okay, for one wave. What is this and all you know, right?
Yes.
This also I teach you, no? Okay, this is the what is the wave? The complete wave that is taken is completion. One cycle is lambda, which is wavelength, and this is the amplitude. What is the nu? Nu is equal to 1 by lambda. Nu is the frequency 1 by lambda. Nu is equal to frequency 1 by lambda. So this is the specialty of the wave. So any wave that is falling. No, what we discussed now?
Wavelength of radio wave.
Wavelength. That's why when I asked question, you didn't answer. So I diverted to another one. What is the wavelength of the radio wave? Frequency, not frequency. So wavelength is nothing but wavelength is equal to 1. Frequency is equal to 1 by wavelength. Okay. So frequency. From there, if you get the wavelength, if you get the wavelength, you convert it into frequency. Okay. Frequency. So what is the wavelength? You didn't. What is the wavelength for a radio wave? You don't have that spectrum. I didn't give you. I didn't know. What is the wavelength? I asked. It should be around 500 nanometer. It should be around 500 nanometer. No, that 400 to 700 is 400 700 is visible spectrum. So that means the wavelength is the one that defines the wavelength is the one that defines the specificity of the wave. For example, I am going for visible region. Okay, visible region I am going. What is the WIPGR? WIPGR. Colors: violet, indigo, blue, red, etc. orange. So it should be around which range? What is the wavelength range? It should be around 400 to 700 nanometer. It's not 400. It's not 700. It should be around 400.
750, sir.
Huh? No, any one person you tell. 400 to 750. That is a visible spectrum. That is a wavelength of the visible spectrum. So these are the spectrum is varies. The spectrum is varies based on its wavelength. That is how the wavelength varies. Okay. Spectrum varies depend on the wavelength. So which are in the highest short wavelength? Which will have the highest wavelength? Which will have the highest wavelength? Spectrum. The spectrum. In the spectrum, which will have the highest wavelength? No, not the visible region. In the wavelength, total wavelength, which will have the highest wavelength? Which will have the highest wavelength?
Radio waves.
Radio will be the shortest wavelength. Gamma rays will be the highest. Okay, so the gamma rays will be the highest wavelength. Okay, shortest will be the radio wave. So that is wavelength. I am taking two wavelength. I am taking it. So which will have the so the I am separating into 7 spectrum based on its wavelength. Okay, wavelength. So the wavelength varies means wavelength. So wavelength varies means the waves, the total the wave that is traveled. What is the wavelength? The number of cycle it completed in a the cycle it taken to complete one complete cycle. The wave taken to complete the one cycle. So this is the lambda. So one wave is started here, move upward, reached downward, again is traveled in the negative direction, again reach the 0. So that is 0 here, 0 positive, 0 positive, 0 negative, then positive. So that is one cycle is completed. For that it is divided by lambda. If you are aware of this wave, this one. So this is the wave. So this wavelength varies means if it is short for radio waves it will be lower, for gamma rays will be the highest. Okay, so that means the wavelength will it can vary, anything it can be varied. So anything it can be varied. And how many spectrum we have seen totally? 7. Yes, 7. That means whatever in the solar, whatever we having in the whatever we having here will have only this will fall into this 7 spectrum. It will not go less or it will not go more. So whatever the wavelength is, whatever is any waves I am coming, something for example, now some rays is attacking me. Okay, some rays is attacking me. So whatever the rays is attacking me, I am least bothered about that, because this is whatever the rays is falling on me should be belongs to this 7 spectrum, either of this. So no, so what I'm telling is now sunstorm is there. Okay, sunstorm is there. Okay, it's attacking the earth, let us assume. Okay, so what will be the spectrum now? Which spectrum it will form? Hydrogen. Sunstorm. What is the temperature and what will be the temperature after sunstorm?
That should be unpredictable.
I teach it, I think. No. Anything coming from sun is protected by the ozone layer, which is O3. So sun will give visible plus UV. Okay. So UV was absorbed by the ozone. Okay. So only spectrum you will get only by visible. So only you will get only visible spectrum. What is the wavelength of the UV? No, not wavelength of UV. What is the wavelength of the visible? So, okay, 400 to something around that. Around 400 to 750. Okay. So when the sunstorm coming means it should be only visible. It cannot be UV, because UV will be absorbed by the ozone layer. Now what is my question now? What is my question? What is the answer?
You want the sunstorm temperature, sir.
When the sun storm, let us assume tomorrow just now, today, now in another 1 hour, sunstorm is there. Okay, if that is case, sunstorm, storm is rainstorm. Rainstorm is different from sunstorm. Something like that coming in another 1 hour. So what will be the temperature of the surface? What is the temperature of the earth? What will be the temperature of the earth? What is sunstorm? What is sunstorm? I already explained you, I think. It's a heavy intensity of the sun rays that fall on the what is a sun fall on the earth. Okay, so that means the the intensity of the light will increase by 100 times or 1000 times, something like that. If it is increased by 100 times means what will be the temperature, and if it increased by the 1000 times what will be the temperature? What is the normal average temperature? Average temperature 30 degree. 30 degree into 100? 30 degree into 100. 3000 degree. Yeah. Then 30 degree into 1000. 30,000 degree. So let us assume now the earth surface is 3000 degree. What will happen now? No, life does not. It's not life does not exist. Everything will be everything will be burned. Okay, everything will be burned. That which is when it is attained the 33,000 degree. When it becomes 30,000 degree, that is when you will get 30,000 degree. When you will get the 30,000 degree.
And the ozone is gone.
No, ozone is not gone. No. Let us assume that you have the everything that will not lead to ozone. No. Will it lead to ozone? No. Nothing for ozone. Nothing will happen. So when the surface temperature of thing is 30,000 degree means what will happen? What will happen? Again the temperature will be it will be 30,000 degree. When the 30,000 degree, you can assume that anything will exist in 30,000 degree? Nothing will exist. That's all. So this is what the electron spectrum tells that. So in this series, now we go for amplification. Amplification means the wave amplification. For example, this is a wave. I am taking one wave. Okay. Now amplification means if I take 2x means 2x. This wave into 2x and 10x. So what will be the this x you can put. Okay, so you can put as x, 2x, 10x. For 2x, for x is equal to a. Amplitude of total the wave that is travelled towards the positive direction, then 0, the negative direction and 0. So for x is equal to a means 2x will be what will be the 2a. So 2a means it has travelled, the amplitude is increased. Anything. So the total amplitude is increased. Amplitude increased means what? Amplitude increased means what? Yeah, type of height increases. That is the wave that travelled with a long distance, then reached to the lower one. So here it is 0. Here it is. What is here now?
2a.
Yeah, that's 2a. I know that that's it. It's a 2a only. What it is here?
Positive.
Positive. It reaches the positive direction. So everything same. Only thing the amplitude is increased. That's amplification. That is, I am increasing the amplitude. I am increasing the height. That's how height is increased. That's all. Then again it reaches the 0. Again it reaches the negative direction. Again it reaches the 0. Okay. So now I am going for 10x. 10x is similarly this one is 0. This one what will be here height?
10a.
Positive.
Yeah, 10a. Yeah, positive and positive direction in the 10a. Then again it reaches the 0. Again it reaches the negative direction. Negative direction and Same 10A. That means it traveled in the opposite direction, which is positive to the negative. Now it is after traveling positive direction, it reached 0. Again it reached the negative direction. Then again it reached the 0. That's all. Then range means where means where it is exactly placed. For example, one wave is traveling. For example, a wave is traveling like this. It could be any. It need not be the origin. Normally, wave is generated from origin. Okay, then it need not be originated from origin. So if it is need not be originating from the origin, what is another possibility is there? It can origin from positive direction, which is positive one. So positive value, not positive direction, positive value. Then another possibility is there. It can shift. You can shift the frequency. You can shift the waves, right? You can shift the waves. That is, from origin, I can shift it to the positive direction. Then what could be the value now? When its origin it is 0, 0. When I am shifting it shifting it to one value, one unit. So now what will be the value? What will be the value now? Normally, wave will originate from origin, which is 0, 0. Okay. Now I am shifting it to one value, which is one value of the x-axis. Okay. Now I am shifting back. Now I am shifting it to the back, which is in the negative direction of one value. Now what will be the origin? What will be the origin of the wave? 2 I have to answer. You have to answer for 2. That's all. So first you understand the question or not? Who will answer? First you don't answer the chorus. Who will answer? You didn't understand? 1,0. So you understood. 1,0. If it is moved towards the positive direction, 1 by 1 unit. If I moved by the 2 unit, positive direction means it should be 2,0. Okay. Now I am coming to back of it. Back of it, I am shifting to the negative direction. Negative direction, I am starting from shifting to one unit. So now the origin will be minus 1,0. That's all. So now you understood or not? Should I explain once again? So like that I can shift. This is the x-axis. 1 unit. This is the x-axis. 1 unit shift. Okay. So it should be origin is 1,0. Then 2 unit shift means it should be 2,0 in x-axis. Now I can go back to here. That's a negative direction. The shift is minus 1,0 and another one is minus 2,0. So the shifting values, it could be, you need not be origin. Normally the waves will origin from origin. It need not be origin. It could be anything. It could be anything, and it can be, now it can take us 1,0. Okay. Now I am shifting it both the x-axis and y-axis by 1 unit and 1 unit. Okay. Then what will be the origin now? X-axis 1 unit, y-axis 1 unit. What will be the origin now? 1,1. So that means now how it will be the wave origin now? It should be that means this is 0, 0. This is 1, 0. 1,0. Now, 1,0. So opposite of this is 1,1. So wave can origin from here also. So if the wave can origin from this also, what will happen? So where it started here, it is 0, 0, it started and ended here. Wave is ended here. Okay. Now it is started from here. Okay. Now where it has to end now? Yeah, it has to end here. No, it's a thing. What is the mistake here? Can you understand? It traveled in the positive direction. 0 positive, 0 negative, 0. Here it is traveled from the positive. Okay. So positive, negative, yeah, correct only. Positive, negative, positive. So it completed the one wave. So it could be anything like this. It need not be all the time. It cannot be needed. This is the standard one. Okay, all the time it cannot be like this. All the time the waves can be ranges from any type, any direction, any direction, any origin. Anything it be wave. It's not about the same point. It should be this. It should not follow this point. Okay, what is this point? This point tells that it originated from the origin 0, 0. But this point and this point tells that it need not from the origin. Anything it can be origin. The origin can vary. Then what will vary? Origin can vary and origin can vary. That means no the origin can vary. So origin can vary means it can vary from this point where the wave started. Okay, wave started. Okay, it can vary what the wave started. The point can be varies. All the points can be where it is starting. Here it is starting from 0, 0. But here it is. It may not be 0, 0, 1, 1. Anything can vary. It's not about restricted. That's all. Then bandwidth. The bandwidth refers to the frequency range which an equipment operates, the particular frequency. Then modulation. The lower frequency range cannot be transmitted to the long distance. Therefore, transmitter in the lower frequency is superimposed on the high frequency range, which has a carry information. Modulation. That means the lower frequency cannot be transmitted, so it will be just converted into higher frequency range. Then the transmission will take place. Then demodulation. The process of retrieval information from the carrier to the receiver is called demodulation. Then repeater. Repeater is a combination of receiver and transmitter. And the repeater picks the signal from the transmitter, amplify, and re-emits to the receiver. So what we seen? First one is no.
Wavelength.
Here, amplification. No, any one person. Who will tell?
Dr. Sharmila.
Who will tell? What we seen? Amplification, range, bandwidth, modulation, demodulation, and repeaters. So, in the same thing, now how the antenna plays the role. Antenna means, antenna is the one that everybody knows that, okay? But whether it's from the
TV.
no, whether it's from satellite to the mostly we used for the television, you know, right? Everybody have that dish antenna. So what is specifically you want to see the any popular TV, which is Sun TV. Okay, the Sun TV which you are seeing, the Sun TV specifically you want to Sun TV, and the tower is various channels is there. Okay, so all the channels, you know right? There are plenty of Tamil channels is there. Okay, out of plenty of Tamil channels, what there? So totally how many satellites, how many channels you will be receiving here? How many channels you will be receiving here?
Around 200, 250.
Around 5,000 you can give. Around 1,000 channels. Okay. So So around 1000 channels, okay. Specifically, I want to go for only Sun TV. So how the channel, how it will pick up? I'm specifically keeping us in the specific channels.
They have separate frequencies, sir.
Yeah, all the frequency, the radio frequency, you know, right? That how the communication will take place normally. What frequency I told? Yeah, radio wave. So the radio wave, what it is transmitting, they having the everything will have the specific wavelength, which first all the communication will fall in the radio frequency itself. Okay, all the channels, whether it's 1000 channels or 10,000 channels, it has to fall into the 1000 radio frequency. From that specific value, they will choose for the let us assume Sun TV. Sun TV means Sun TV will have the specific wavelength. Okay, that wavelength and this your radio, your TV channel frequency overlaps means then only will get the specific of specific channel. Okay, so this is a specific channel. Okay, so if this is the case, okay, I will ask one question. Okay. Oh no, I'll ask in the next session. I'll ask. Yeah. So, what is specialty of Sun TV compared to other channel? There are 1000 channels. Is there? No.
It has highest TRP rate in Tamil Nadu. Speciality.
See, you understand my question. What is specialty of Sun TV compared to any other TV? There are thousands of channels there. Sun channel, right? TRP rating means since it is since the number of people viewed by the people is Sun TV, so it has series.
Sir, movie, sir.
More serious.
Sun TV has a specificity.
Serious, sir.
Lots of serials, 24 hours. Okay. This is
the
the
oldest channel.
oldest channel. 24-hour service. Lot of TV serial, lot of films. 24 hours it will run. Okay. So this and all is a story.
New programs போடுவாங்க sir.
Vijay, so whatever you take,
அதை
repeated, whether you repeated or there are specific. What is the competition to the Sun TV? Who's competitive to Sun TV?
Vijay TV.
Yeah, Vijay TV. But Vijay TV didn't possess that uniqueness. Okay, only Sun TV possesses that uniqueness. So what is the specialty? Competition between. Competition between Vijay TV and Sun TV. Sun TV, see, they want to increase the business. Okay, they are having competition. Okay, they increase. You can add a lot of films, lot of serials.
Starma கூட compete பண்றாங்க sir. Telugu channel Star.
No, that another. Just simple one competition is sufficient. No, I want a simple competition. That's all. Simple competition. Sun TV versus Vijay TV. Okay, so you can add lot of serials and see they want money, right? So they have number of viewers should be higher. So comparatively, Sun TV the highest. It has rating is highest for Sun TV. Everyday rating is highest. Everybody knows that. Okay, so that is not my question. That is a nominal one. What is the specialty of Sun TV? Specialty of the Sun TV. Oldest? What is the oldest communication? Oldest means of?
Owner வந்து கலாநிதி மாறன்.
See, owner is Kalanidhi Maran. It's not the oldest channel. Before this, the people have started a lot of channels equally, but it was vanished. They could not establish very well. Podigai is run by Government of India, Tamil Nadu government. So that is not competition.
That's vanished, sir. Really?
No, it's not about that was vanished. Lot of channels were was vanished. Okay, it's not about Sun TV. Lot of channels were, before that they opened lot of channels and everything was vanished. So you till now you did nobody answered. See, you're telling stories only. Okay, that what you're telling stories will be known by everybody. Okay, that is I'm asking physics behind the Sun TV. That's all.
Clear. Wide range.
No, wide range you will get in clearness, wide range you will get in all the channels.
HD print like
Yeah, that is the answer.
நான் answer பண்ணிட்டேன்.
That is the answer. You might have watched Sun TV. They written as
HD.
HD Dolly 2.15. What is meant by HD? High density, high density type of high density. That will not be showed by any channels. That will not be showed by the any channel. That way, I think where they will issue. I saw it in Sun TV. I saw it in Sun TV. But when it will be issued in the Sun TV?
சரி அது அந்த கீழ போட்டுருக்கோம் சார்.
Sometimes it will be written in the downstairs. It will be written in the downstairs. Okay, this is not possessed by the any channels. That's why Sun TV is dominant. It will be viewed by the all over the world, not only by state government, Tamil Nadu people. It will be viewed by the all over the world. Okay, that mean what do you mean by that? You didn't answer my question. That's the thing. That's the answer. Okay, explanation now. What do you mean by that? High HD, high density, 2.1 Dolly audio vision, I think. Okay, full explanation is it written. So what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? You are not aware of? You know Avatar film? Okay. What is specialty of that Avatar film? Yeah, graphic is written by from all the. What is specialty of that? Yeah, 3D. Specialty of the film is 3D. It's 3D. So what do you mean by 3D? What I want to. No, it's not. That's different. It's what is 3D? Why they want to introduce 3D means they want to bring the vision to our nearest vision to the nearest eye. That means how the distance between the TV and what we are watching should be. There will not be any distance like that. Wherever you can view the picture, picture from long distance and short distance has no meaning at all. It will be the clarity will be almost equal, irrespective of the distance you are viewing. Okay, that's a specialty of the Sun TV. That's a specialty of the Sun TV. That's the physics behind it. So another types of wave, okay? So another types of wave. So the waves which is going in this direction, okay? It may be like this only. So what is the difference between that wave and this wave? How the ranges will be now?
0, positive, 0,
This is the pulse rising here, okay? Pulse rising. So at this point the pulse is rising. At this point pulse is falling. So rise and fall. And this one is the duration of the pulse. That means this pulse is lasted for this specific time. This pulse is lasted for this specific time. Okay. Then pulse amplitude. How many? The pulse amplitude is how many times the height is risen. Okay. So the height is a pulse amplitude. So the pulse duration is this. Pulse rise and fall this region. So this between this to rise and fall is called the duration. That means only for this certain time. What is duration? Duration is a time. So that means only for specific time t, the pulse is raised and fallen. Okay, and the pulse is and this one is the total height. That is total height or amplitude of the pulse. So this is the amplitude modulation. So this is the amplitude modulation. This one is omega c. That is this omega c. If what is omega? I already told you. What is omega?
Angular velocity.
No, that's different.
Angular velocity.
No, that is for that one. This is different. This is modulation. This one, no, angular. No, angular velocity. That's so this is a amplitude wave. That is the same omega. It's not about same omega. If anything if I take a something like that, I will take a. What is generally a refers to? Acceleration. That a I am, but what I have taken now here. No, not this one. The last wave. What is amplitude? What is amplitude? Amplitude?
1 by lambda.
No. What is the total wave? That's the maximum distance that a wave traveled in the positive direction. That is amplitude. The same wave that is traveled in the negative direction is that also amplitude. So amplitude is generally denoted by the a. So here the wave. So this is the amplitude of this omega c. I am taking is a AC, which is amplitude. Okay. Now this for the amplitude modulation. Okay. Amplitude modulation says that this wave omega c has the omega c. Off of it. I am having two waves, which is another two waves, which is omega c minus omega m plus another wave omega c plus omega m. If I take this wave, it has a half of this amplitude. That is, any wave, the wave which is traveling this wave, if we take omega c as amplitude AC, another two waves which is traveling here omega c plus omega or less than the wave. That is the shift in the which is half of the amplitude. That is the wave that now traveling with the half of the amplitude will have the half of the amplitude will have this wave region. That is, any wave with as a half of the amplitude will have a by 2. You can take this height as a AC, amplitude as a. Here you can take AC by 2. That is, amplitude is now off. Amplitude is off. That amplitude is reduced now. Reduced to off. So when it's reduced to off, the wave will now the wave omega c plus omega m and omega c minus omega. So dictation of amplitude modulation wave. That is, I need to dictate the specific amplitude modulation wave. That is, if that means what is that? I'll be having thousands of wave. Okay, thousands of wave is there. Okay, so specially I want to dictate is only the amplitude modulated wave. So if it is so, then how can I dictate the specific amplitude modulation wave? So using the specific amplifier, where the signal will be received and where the signal will be out, I can using the specific amplifier. So what that specific amplifier with or amplifier, or I can tell it as a rectifier. This we will not write. I think it will be given. Everything is given in the notes. Okay, just listen. That's sufficient. If you feel the very important points, you can take. That's all. Okay, all the things was given in the notes. So if you read it and complete, so that it's easy for you everything. Okay. Yeah. Now what we dictation of amplitude modulation wave. So we want only this specific wave. We don't. There are 1000 waves is there. Okay. So in the 1000 waves, we don't want any waves. We want only amplification marks. So what I will do is specific amplifier. So what is rectifier or amplifier? So what do you mean by amplifier? You know, amplifier. You forget about this amplitude modulation wave. We go for this amplifier. Did you hear about this amplifier? Rectifier? No. Off wave? Full wave rectifier. So anything is there. What I am going to do? What I am taking this what I am going to do? Specifically, I want to do specifically I need to want only the amplitude modulation wave. So what I am doing? So I am designing the specific rectifier. It will rectify the wave such that it will rectify the specific amplitude wave. That wave it will rectify and convert it into another signal. So if rectifier, so if it is so, what would be the output of the amplifier now? Rectifier. Now what is the output of the amplitude modulation wave? You understand my question now? There are thousands of waves is there. Okay. In the specifically one wave is amplitude modulation wave. I am using the rectifier. Okay. I am using the rectifier. So now what rectifier will do? Out of 1000 waves is there. No, all the wave it will observe. Okay. It will not leave anything. So it will take only the amplitude modulation wave. That wave it will take, because now see now itself what a 1000 waves or any wave, 1000 wave, 10,000 wave, whatever comes, it least bother about that. It will take only this specific amplitude modulation wave. What it will do? It will convert it into low amplitude of the wave of the lower amplitude. Okay. So this lower amplitude is the one by which you can say that wave of lower amplitude. So this rectifier will convert